This is how you know this is a hobby. He ain't done no preparation. Family, when your business plan consists of phrases like, I just want to love going to work. I want it to be a fun place. Or it consists of phrases like, well, my spouse isn't going to take a salary, implying that she's going to work for free. And I'm afraid of her burning out, but I really don't care about it. Good evening, family. Welcome back to the computer deck. I'm so glad you're here with me. All right, we're going to listen to a Dave Ramsey episode that just ran earlier today, and it's titled, You Shouldn't Be Running a Business. Now, it's no secret on this channel that I will not be involved again in a relationship with someone who is self-employed. I've had the experience to do that twice, and each time I have just found that there's a lot of difficulty between self-employed people understanding if they're actually running a profitable business or if they are running a hobby. So I don't wish to step back into that. I find that oftentimes it's incredibly money draining, and that's everything, as you've heard, from taking out home loans, HELOCs, extra mortgages, running up credit cards, whatever it takes, borrowing from friends and family. We've heard it all to be able to be quote unquote self-employed, when really it's just a really expensive hobby run amok. All right, so we're going to take a listen to this. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's hit it.
By the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
Me and my wife are buying a business. We bought a franchise business, and my question was, she's going to be running the store, and we're going to be living off of my income like we are now. And my question was, is it a good idea for her not to take a salary the first year, maybe the first 2 years, or for her to take a salary, because I'm concerned that she's going to get burnt out and not feel like she's being rewarded enough if she doesn't take a salary.
You shouldn't buy this.
I'm going to say also, I think he shouldn't buy it. And I'm going to be just ever so slightly, it's not judgmental, but I'm going to jump ahead of the gun here, okay? Now, it can be hard to tell just how old people are by their voice, all right? But if I had to judge him by his voice, he sounds like they should be getting ready for retirement in just a couple of years. That's just the way he sounds. For all I know, he's 39 and just has an older sounding voice. But either way, the fact that he's calling in saying, should my wife take a salary? Basically, I'm gathering that the business is set up so that she works for free. Now, there's nothing wrong if you want, I guess, to have a person work for free. I think most business owners do that. But if they are of the age I'm thinking they might be, and I'm thinking that's, slightly older, not necessarily retired, but they don't sound like 20 and 30-year-old pups, okay? I'm really wondering, is this what she really wants to get into? And the fact that it's a franchise, that tells me right off the bat, this is going to be in the tens of thousands of dollars. It's a franchise. And something also tells me, I could be wrong because I'm hearing this for the first time with you. Something tells me that this franchise is some long-lived dream of his. This is just what I'm getting, family, all right? Like, this is some long-lived dream of his, and he's going to live it out, and his wife's going to be the one to help him. This is the other issue that I have with self-employment. A lot of self-employed people need somebody else to help them for free. Been there, done that. I mean, yeah, I got a little, like I said, I've been in 2 relationships with people who were self-employed. I've gotten some compensation, but, was I given a regular paycheck and compensated for all the extra work? No, of course not. There was occasional compensation, for certain, maybe big jobs we got, and I could get some, chump change on the side. But was I a paid employee? No. Would I go back to that lifestyle again? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
If the person running it is going to get burnt out because they don't get a salary, you shouldn't be running a business.
All right, folks, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Let us pour that tea. Always so refreshing. I'm going to go with just gut hunch, okay? Gut hunch. I don't think she really wants to do it. And like I said, it's because I've done it. I've been the spouse that's helped someone run a business. I've been the spouse that's gotten up at 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m. I've been the spouse that's given up weekends, sometimes holidays, or parts of a holiday, or some days all of the holiday. Now, I've done it. I do not want to do it again. And like I said, if this is an older couple, I guarantee it to you she doesn't want to do it. And I think it's funny that he calls it and basically says, like, well, should she be doing this for free? No, she should not be doing this for free. It also tells me that they don't have the money to run a business. If your spouse has to work for free, and why is he the one getting the check? I don't know, family. I don't have a good feeling about this.
Yeah, you're right. No, that's my concern, but
Okay. Now hold up here. You notice he said, "Yeah, you're right. That's my concern." But see, that's about the attention span of some people who are self-employed. Do not get me wrong. I am not knocking self-employed people who have actually created a successful business. They understood when the business was at a loss and they needed to start over, cut their losses. Because I understand that to build a successful business takes more than one attempt. I totally get it. I even support that. I even understand they may have to go through bankruptcies. The problem I have is when you drag everybody else into it. You drag your spouse, you drag your kids, maybe your second spouse, whatever. In other words, a lot of people, it seems, are trying to start up this business, and this is a franchise, okay? So I guess they're like buying a business, kind of. They're buying the rights to it, so to speak. A lot of self-employed people seem to all of a sudden have this miraculous idea after they've had wife, child, 3, 4 kids, whatnot. Then they decide, okay, now I will go ahead and start my business. Speaking of business, about a week or so ago, speaking of businesses that are defunct, we did me, myself, and I did a video about 2 weeks ago on a guy who's married and decided that he is going to spend a cool $1 million on his business, which is short of going bankrupt. I will attach that at the end, but he basically spends $1 million, and you will not believe the type of business he has. You will never guess it. So make sure you watch that video. I will put that at the end, but it's delicious. So this guy to me is doing the exact same thing. Something just tells me this is a dream of his. But notice how quickly he dismissed the needs of the wife. It's like, yeah, I know, I'm worried about her burning out. However, my personal needs and dreams are more important.
very passionate about this type of business.
Then it doesn't matter if she gets a salary.
Okay.
You need to talk to her. You need to talk to her about this. Has she got that kind of passion? Because if she doesn't, if she's buying this thing to have a job, and it's going to be all twisted up if she doesn't get a salary.
Yeah, they just get a job.
You're in the wrong. You're doing the wrong thing then.
I'm telling you, this is his dream. This business is his dream, and he needs someone to help him with it. And this, guys, there are so many reasons as to why I will not deal with self-employment. There are so many reasons. And I'm going to tell you one of them, okay? Let me tell you one of them. And no, I'm not saying go run to divorce court. So don't mistake in this. But after having been in 2 relationships with self-employed people, something that you need to consider, just something for you to keep in mind. You better love that self-employed person a whole big bunch. Because if the relationship should break up and that self-employed person has never made a profit, okay? They've never made a profit. They're just basically, they're riding on pipe dreams, pie in the sky, and you're the one backing them all up financially because you have the W-2. Most likely, okay? Most likely, you are the W-2. Not saying all the time. You could have one business owner that's really successful and another one's not. Okay, but no matter what, if you have a successful business that's actually turning a profit, a nice, handsome profit. It really does exist. I am aware of that. Okay? Or you're a W-2 and you show an income. But you're with someone who is running a business as a hobby that always files 000 negative. If the relationship breaks up, you will be likely, I am not an attorney, consult with your attorney for legal purposes, but there is a very good likely chance that you're going to wind up paying that person some sort of possibly alimony for a certain period of time, because alimony doesn't really exist anymore for the rest of your life, at least from what I'm gathering by most courts. Okay. But it is possible that for a period of time you may be required to support that spouse that had the failing business. In other words, the business that wasn't really a business but it was a hobby, because they have no income. Okay. It's something to consider. Again, I'm not saying run out and go get divorced and go. I'm not an attorney, but these are things that you have to consider. So as you are supporting someone in their dream of a business, but really it's not making anything, and then that relationship breaks up, especially if you have kids, okay, it is possible that the person that was self-employed turns around and says, but I don't have an income. And then you get to be the person that pays it. Again, that's just food for thought. That's all I'm saying, all right? But I just find that the financial risk of being with someone who is self-employed, in my experience, has been incredibly negative. From owing the IRS to me as the other the other half of the relationship, having to work for free, in addition to my own job, in addition to the things that I need to do in my life. You couldn't pay me enough to step back into it. You could not pay me enough. And I think, like in some cases with self-employed people, they're really, really good. Not all of them, okay? But a lot of them really do have a talent. They just don't have a talent to run a business successfully. This guy, this is all about him. And I'm going to stand by the fact that I think he's probably older and he's lived his years. And now this is the job that he wants and he needs some free labor, and the little woman's going to be the one to do it. Been there, done that. Never again.
Okay.
I'm serious, man. Business is hard.
No. What kind of business is it?
It's a pet supplies store and small live animals.
Oh, gee. Oh, family. Oh, pet supplies. Oh, okay. Pet supplies. I'm telling you, listen to the video at the end. You think pet supplies is bad? Well, these, I would have never thought of pet supplies. I just would have thought of it. Hopefully this one won't be $1 million like the one I'm going to attach at the end. Hey, let's do $1 million on a business that we've never run the numbers for. Pet supplies. Interesting. This is a dream. I'm telling you, this is a dream business. Pet supplies. Look at the economy. Remember, this just ran this morning, family. This just ran this morning. Look at the economy. Right now, people on TikTok can barely afford to keep Fifi and Kibble.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of TikTok and pets, I also did a thing on TikTok regarding the cost of pets. I will attach that at the end of the video also. All this cross-examination stuff, it's wonderful. So he wants to sell pets, live animals. Great.
So it's a fun place to be.
Okay.
You never ever do a business because it's a fun place to be. Ever. You see, I love to shop at Marshall's. Okay? And the problem with shopping at Marshall's is, yeah, I could possibly get a part-time job there as well. I take notes when I write, family, that's why. Okay? I could get a part-time job at Marshall's, but guess what's going to happen the moment I get a part-time job at Marshall's? Actually, I can't because my knees are too bad. But if I could, okay, guess what's going to happen the minute it turns into a business? Oh, now it's work. Now you have to drag yourself out of bed. It's why I only tried a cake business for like 3 months. I did that this last summer, just 2024. Okay, a few months ago. I thought, okay, maybe I'll start a little cake business, and then I went, wait a minute. All of a sudden, once your hobby, I'm telling you, this was a hobby, okay? Once your hobby turns into a business, you're like, oh, I have to have a cake order in at 5 o'clock on such and such date, and then I have to deliver it. I'm not kidding. I think it lasted maybe 3 months, and I said, I think I'm done. And I wasn't willing to spend the money to market it and all of that stuff. I was like, nah, I'm not going to do all that. So his naivety is showing when he says this is a fun place to work. Really, wait till your employees don't show up. Wait till your employees rob from you. Wait until one of the pets winds up dead because some employee abused it. Oh, yes. Yes. Now, is it a fun place to work? You should never take what you love doing away from the job and try to turn it into a job and think you're going to love it.
Excited about it. We're excited about it, but I'm just...
No, the white ain't. Sorry about all the interruptions, guys. This is in the description if you want to watch it uninterrupted. But listen, no. He's excited about his hobby. His wife is not excited about the hobby. I don't care how he tries to make it sound like she might be. She's not. She's probably been married to the curmudgeon for years and wants him to have an excuse to get out the house every day. What I want to know is the same thing you want to know. Just how much is this hobby going to cost?
Well, what's the pro forma? Are you going to be profitable in the first year?
Not in the first year, second year, yes.
Then why would you take a salary if you're not profitable?
How can you?
Well, you're going to borrow more money to pay her a salary?
Be in the red, yeah, the first year.
So how's he going to support himself?
Are you covering the red?
Sorry. He would not make a good witness stand. So, tell me, how did that crime get committed? I'm sorry. It's Friday night. We got to live it up a little, right?
We have a loan.
Oh, family. Oh, that tea is hot tonight. Oh, my God. We have a loan. So, okay. So let me gather this. We are going to, first off, we're broke asses, so we ain't got no money. So we're going to take a loan. We're going to live off that loan for a year while we try to start this business, which we still have not found out how much this franchise is going to cost. Okay? Well, we start up the franchise. He's living his Viva Loco. That's my latest word, Viva Loco. I think is it Viva Loco or Vita Loco? It might be Vita Loco. Well, forgive me for the mispronunciation, but he's living his Viva Loco. Well, at least I hope it's Viva Loco. Look, this is how you know this is a hobby. He ain't done no preparation. Family, when your business plan consists of phrases like, I just want to love going to work. I want it to be a fun place. Or it consists of phrases like, well, my spouse isn't going to take a salary, implying that she's going to work for free. And I'm afraid of her burning out, but I really don't care about it. Okay? And the other plan basically is, we're just going to sit and, I think he said pets or something like that. We're going to do live animals. Because he's probably felt surrounded by stress most of his life. And he thinks it'd be good to, I swear to God, he's near retirement. He thinks it'd be good to retire surrounded by live animals. And that's the most he's thought about. No market plan, no how we're going to live on this. Again, this is very typical in my experience with self-employed people. Again, not all, but 100% of my experience.
Okay.
We're taking out a small SBA loan for all of it.
He's broke. He hasn't planned this. A small business administration loan for the entire thing. Oh, okay. The entire thing. This reminds me when somebody walks in, they say, hey, I've quit my job. I'm self-employed now. That's what this is. He's quit his W-2 job and he is declaring himself self-employed. To darn with the budget.
How much can I just ask, what did you put into this, loan-wise?
We are putting, so the loan's for 800. We are putting in 200 of our own money.
So you're $1 million in.
To sell goldfish?
And
800 grand worth of goldfish?
Cat food, dog food.
Family, you gotta watch the TikTok at the end on pets. People are struggling. I just did the TikTok I think it was like a week or two ago. People are struggling to pay for their pet. They're struggling. And he goes, I think in this economy where people are having a hard time finding work, lots of people are getting laid off. You know what? I've had it with this world. I'm going to go and I'm going to sell goldfish or whatever the bejesus he's going to sell. $800,000. Oh, and don't forget, family, we're doing it with no money in the account. No money. And the little woman, she'd be working for free. She's going to be the one cleaning out the goldfish tank. I'll help the customers. Oh, jeez. This is a great Friday night call, is it not? This is great. Oh.
Grooming and live animals. Yeah.
Wow.
He going to be at the dead cart by the time this is all done if his wife don't, want to strangle him first because she's so tired. Trust me. Oh. I'm going to put him at minimum 60. If he says he's in his 40s, I'm going to be totally shocked because he sounds like a 70-year-old man. 800,000. Sweet Jesus.
And you think that in year 2 you'll be profitable?
Yes. Yeah. So according to all their FDD for all the stores, there's many stores across. There's over 600 stores across.
Listen, I hope you are. I hope you prove us wrong.
He ain't going to be profitable. He's going to fold. And much like the goldfish, he's going to be belly up in the tank, gasping for air.
Yeah, but here's the answer. Okay, number one, I'm duty-bound to love you enough to tell you the truth and say I think you need to reconsider this.
Oh, heck, I just let him sink himself and watch it for the entertainment. There are some things, people, there are some things that are so stupid. Okay, I don't mean that literally. Okay, I wouldn't watch, all right? There are some things that we do to ourselves financially that are so stupid. Even I have to look back and have to go, God, Carrie, I can't believe you did that. I cannot believe you were that dumb. He is living out his dream. He wants to live out his best days, and he will sell the farm to do it. And the little woman, she coming along for the ride.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to. So the answer to your question is, should you borrow more money in order to pay your wife a salary? You're borrowing money to pay your wife. No.
They're borrowing money to pay their whole life. Forget the wife at this point.
Oh.
It's not a payment.
It's not she's not making a salary. You're just taking a withdrawal from the bank to give her money and call it a salary. No, we're not doing that. That's dumb.
She's working for free. She's working for free. There is no salary. When you say, hey, we're going to borrow $800,000 so we can sell fish and kibble. Oh, and imagine what the cost of employees and stuff is now. You're going to be looking at $15, $20 an hour per person.
That's ridiculous. Absolutely not. In business, when you own a small business, you take money home when you make a profit. And you don't...
If he thinks he's going to turn a profit of $800,000 in 2 years selling kibble, this is pie in the sky.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah, so no.
Yeah, we're all sitting around going, I've never heard so many I think in one call.
Until you're profitable, you don't take money home out of a business. That's part of running a small business. It's part of being an entrepreneur. And you've got the ability to live on your salary. That's good. I wish you would not go $800,000, $600,000 worth of debt.
Oh, he's dumb enough. He'll do it. A lot of entrepreneurs who are, and I'm not talking about the responsible ones, are able to go, okay, we can tell that this is not working. We need to stop. We need to clean it up. We're not just going to keep digging and digging and digging. No, he'll just keep digging and digging and digging. This would be a type of guy that put his house up till he could sell kibble.
In order to open a pet store.
And by the way,
I really wish you wouldn't.
You can see how ridiculous, like if you just change the format of this ever so slightly, if you went out and got a job and they said the way you get paid is you go down to the bank and you ask for a loan and that's how you get your paycheck, you'd never take the job because you're like, that's not a check. That's me going into debt. He's
not going to listen to this because he is sold in his head that this is his dream and he's going to live it out. He is... I'm not a big risk taker, and there's one thing I would never do. I would never, because I'm telling you, they're near the retirement stage, if they're not already retired, okay? But one thing I have no intentions of is going, hey, you know what? I'm near retirement. I think I'm going to take out a really big business loan and see if I can't make myself go broke. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Period.
Create your free
All right, folks. It looks like that is the end of that show. Family, don't forget, I'm going to put at the end TikTok pets and also the guy that took out $1 million for a business that will just make your eyeballs roll behind your head. Oh, it's delicious tea tonight. Don't forget to subscribe. Folks, my time is up, and so is yours. Good night, everyone.